and all the disgusting, filthy world stage bullshit, literal bull, the war pigs, all of you, you're all garbage, filth of this world, all of you. If you really thought I cared about the whole trans bullshit, all the gays, no, you're all just literally witches and warlocks. Go to watch fireworks, I see outside of a church the gay flag outside of a church, a gay flag outside of a church. So the four horsemen, the white horse that comes in the transgender gay pride garbage festival parade that they did a week ago. They had a white horse pulling a carriage. Whose carriage was that? The Lutheran Church. Lucifer wanting to ride a white horse. Who's Lucifer? Who's the archer? Come on. It's all too easy. And then I sit. They try their witchcraft on me. I sit in a park watching fireworks, putting on the fireworks show to try to measure me. It doesn't work on me. Hearing every thought that is being thought, just like all the devils in heaven around me. But you know what? Holding the keys to death and Hades and hell following far right behind. Hell following right behind. Hell is measuring these devils just as much as heaven is. So I'm gonna show you how evil this world is and what they do by doing nothing. Just ride my bike. By doing nothing. I don't have to do anything. I have to do nothing. I don't have to say anything. Why? Those who aren't in tune with heaven or hell, they're literally zombies in this world, okay? Who have blinders on. So, heaven speaking in alignment, when we're all silent, everyone's hearing each other's thoughts. That's why hell wants to put an implant in everything you know. Is literally them wanting to control thought. It's all the garbage you plant around me, thinking you're gonna control the situation into me believing somebody's a bride of Christ who isn't. Yeah, I caught you all. Just give it up already. Oh wait, you won't, because you're devils. And that's what devils do. So when I say I hold the keys to death and Hades, these are the keys that you see in St. Veronica's window. The 3 rings. It's just the keys I had when I was young until now. which is in direct reflection in time in the stained glass windows. But stay away from the windows. Why? Because people try to falsify the reflection and alignment within those windows. And then you have false religions creating their own windows saying, see, here. That's what all this means. So all the devils and all the witchcraft and all the witches spewing out their garbage or trying to sit next to me, and I feel everything that they're trying to do. Heaven is monitoring just as much as hell is. Just like this guy pulling over right here. Everyone wants to be in alignment and reflection with heaven, but they realize, oh, they're so far. This is what it means at the appointed time for all the demons. They're so far outside of heaven where they come near me and they try their witchcraft. It doesn't work. So hell following with Hades close behind. Okay? Even hell says these people are crossing the line. So now you understand the lake of fire. The lake of fire literally is these people crossing the line, and heaven is monitoring just as much as hell is. So when hell is synced up with heaven, they're realizing that these people from literal hell. So if Wisconsin, Milwaukee is the first fall of heaven, the second heaven is the first fall, which is hell. Witch hell. Mitchell International Airport, witch hell. Witch hell, the first fall hell. First fall is second heaven. That's why it's B. That's why when you go to Crescent City, California, the street that the pier is on is called B Street. First fall is second heaven. Hell, witch hell. Mitchell upside down is witch hell, witches and warlocks. So now, when these devils come near me, trying their witchcraft, the dragon, when the dragon tries to come near me and sends its little devils out, your witchcraft doesn't work on me. And when heaven monitors it, so is hell. So Hades and hell following close behind, you're exposing yourselves around me. And that's why it says in the Bible what it says. 10,000 will come at your left, 10,000 will fall at my right, and not a single one of any of it will harm me. Why? Because you're all literally morons. Maroon 5. Okay? You're morons trying to falsify your fair share of heaven, thinking that you can, but you cannot. So you try to falsify your fair share of heaven. And I'm here to tell you, you can't. Yeah, Eli might be my right and I'm the left. And that's why I bear the cross on my left. And I have the spear scar on my right. That's why I can forgive Babylon. That's why I can look at the bastard child, John the Evangelist, John's son. So my right hand would be John's son. My left is me, father and son. So where I'm sitting right now is the key. Here's the octagon. You can't see right now, but that's a circle and a key where you put the key in. where I'm sitting right now is where I went with John. Not John, John's son. I went over there. He picked up the nail that they wanted to put in my right hand. There is a headstone with Jesus behind it, and the headstone says D-R-O-P-P, drop. So what did John's son do? Right down the way from John, from where he dropped the nail, is John the Evangelist. That looks exactly like John's son, St. John the Evangelist. There's only one other person that I would allow standing by my side, and that's John's son. This is where you get, right, this is where you get Bill and Ted. So I'm Ted, I have till the death on my back. Ted, till the death. Death comes because I hold the keys from Hades and death. So, Russia pulling out a brown Jesus. I'm browning and he's brown. So Bill and Ted, when it shows half of me, of us standing next to her, and half of him, we don't need to be on this world stage garbage. I don't need to be saying any of this. But what I do need to say is your witchcraft and your warlock crap and all that doesn't work on me. So all the bullshit that you guys try to pull, yeah, the middle, you know what I'm talking about, where I'm from. That garbage doesn't work on me. And those witches that tried their witchcraft on me to make you guys think what you were thinking, it doesn't work. And you all got caught for it. You all got caught for it. I spit you out. Happy birthday, America. Now you understand that it's just my life. The tattoo I have on my back, I got when I was 19 years old. I was working at the National Alamo car rental place. And the gentleman who I got the tattoo from was Babylon's cousin. This is why there's Hogan. His last name is Hoagland. He has till, I wrote till the death. So the T on till looks like a J. So Jill, that's why Biden's wife's name is Jill, Dr. Jill. And why they say death to America. No. That's not what it means, meaning I'm bringing life. But I hold the keys to Hades and death. Meaning there's no such thing as death. Death doesn't exist. I prove this just by showing my scars. The Shroud of Turin, all the lies that they're telling about the Shroud of Turin and what it really means, saying there must have been a flash of light and this much. My image is covered. So when you go to St. Josephat in Milwaukee, and you go to the right with the father holding the son as a baby, look up to the ceiling. My key that I've had since I was a kid, it says defiant. I see differently. Defiantly. So all the defiant ones from Hades, and the American flag, the gold American flag, that's alignment and reflection to this very moment in time. Just keys I've had since I was a kid that nobody could take from me. Nobody could take my image from me. Nobody can take my reflection from me. And anybody who tries just gets exposed. That's why they send their witches out. Their little witch doctors. They sit next to me with their kids. Yeah, all that garbage. And then they try to speak in their mind, their little witchcraft games. And I sit there and say, doesn't work on me. And so the police officers behind me are hearing all the thoughts just as much as I'm hearing all your thoughts. So when it says in Ed, in Twilight, where Ed tells Bella, I hear everybody's thoughts. Ed. I'm Ted. I hear everything. So in the sunlight, when you go in the sunlight, my skin like glistens. It like I don't grow hair. I can't grow hair. So my skin, it glistens exactly like they shows in that movie. For whatever reason. It's always been like that my whole life. You all got caught. Just give it up. But you won't. You won't give it up because now you're in too far. And now you realize, oh, you guys were the problem. And now you guys are ushering in the mark of the beast. Control your thoughts, because guess what? Now you understand how agencies work. And all the agencies the last 20 years, 30 years, they've been doing research on the mind, preparing for these moments in time, knowing that I was coming and they all around me needed to be in the thought process. So when you go to Prince of Egypt, Thoth, thought. That's how this works. So now all you devils, every last one of you devils and you witches, you're just exposed. But that's what you want. You want to be exposed because you know the appointed time that the Bible speaks about, your appointed time is up. And you know this. So you go out to every little last length that you can to usher in something to make it harder for everybody else around the world. Ushering in your negative thoughts so that everybody can hear and see how this world works, because the dragon gave you all guys a false crown, and that false crown represents thought. The crown of life that you wear, that God wears. So when you have the first horseman, the white horse, that's Lucifer walking in on the white horse in the Lutheran church. Luciferian. The archer. And you have the red horse. Who took a picture with the red horse? Then you have the black horse. Then you have the pale green horse, which is death. Literally death of thought, death of the old self. It doesn't mean death in the physical body. Death doesn't mean death. Death doesn't exist. Death isn't real. It's not real. Thing right here. Pale green. What's right there? Cemetery. Because in time, they put that there for this alignment and reflection in time. So the death of our old selves and our old thought process is what the pale green horse truly means. It doesn't mean death. It means the old selves that you are walking in reflection to, where you are running away from your own reflection. Yeah. That's what this means. All of it. So all these witches, all these devils that are among everybody, the ones who try to spew out their spells or their witchcraft, every thought that you say, the crown of heaven that was given to heaven, not by the dragon, not the false crown that you guys received by the dragon, the crown of heaven. The crown of heaven was given to the police officers, the army, agencies, all of it, to control all of it. But now they see the truth, and now they're in between. Now they're like, okay, he's standing in between the devils, angels, and their professional lives. And now they don't know where to stand. That's how all this works. And that's what you guys wanted all along, to usher in the mark of the beast. And now you have these professional agencies and army, military who are saying, we reject the mark of the beast. What happens? Now you have professionals in their careers having to choose heaven or hell. But what happens when you don't have to choose? There is no such thing as hell. Hell is only a mindset. The lake of fire only means your spirit is just gone. Your spirit is gone from existence. You're cut from the spirit of life, from hell and heaven. So the mark of the beast, who's ushering it in? Think about what you guys are doing. Because you're not waging war on God. You're waging war on your own minds, on your own hearts, and your own spirit.